Hi guys, it's Mark Zickley, Mr. Sci-Fi, also known as Mark Zickley of Space Command. And I'm really glad that you've been enjoying the LA 2017 Spielberg-directed Name of the Game episode that I posted about a week ago. It's really, really fun, and most people don't know a thing about it. So if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's the video I posted right before this one. Meantime, I'm wearing my Wayland shirt, and this is not a fan-produced or fan-marketed thing. It was a shirt made for the film, so pretty cool. Yeah, I think of Prometheus as the greatest-looking science fiction movie ever made. That really, I always say, if you just ignore the people, talking in the foreground, you'll have a great time with that movie, because it's gorgeous. But I just wanted to give you a quick update on what's been going on. A lot. We're editing Space Command Forgiveness Part 2, Hour 6 of Space Command's 12-hour season. We're almost done with the rough cuts, and we'll be going back to shoot probably 4 or 5 days to finish that episode, and then on to Great Solar War, and after that Empire, and then after that Harvester. These are all 2-hour episodes of Space Command that's split down the middle as 1-hour episodes, and also we just launched Space Command Redemption, our first 2 hours, on Amazon as a download that you can rent or buy. So check that out if you haven't seen it yet. We're very proud of it. And meantime, I haven't been watching a lot of science fiction lately, but I have been watching something sort of science fiction adjacent, which is I saw that there was a new version of Great Expectations, one of my favorite novels by Charles Dickens, and I knew that there was a version with Gillian Anderson from some years ago, so I actually signed up for BritBox so I could watch it, and it's quite wonderful. I'm really, really enjoying it. We're on part 2 of the 3-part show right now, and her interpretation of Miss Havisham is really different and really wonderful. And I've always thought of Miss Havisham as sort of a gothic monster, along with Frankenstein and Dracula and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and so on. So in fact, I wrote a pilot called Night Meeting about monsters who form a 12-step group because they don't want to be monsters anymore, and it's set in London, and it's one of the ones we'll get to eventually, get to shooting. But yeah, so beyond that, I'm reading a bunch of novels and a bunch of nonfiction historical books and tons of stuff that I can get into very, very soon. Beyond that, we're making some... I'm laying out the coming year, so we're going to be shooting all of Space Command's first season. We're going to be shooting one of Elaine's features. We're going to be shooting Sweet Haven, the pilot that we're creating with the series we're creating with Rocky O'Bannon. Much more to come. Beyond that, some of you may know that my dear friend Michael Reeves, a science fiction writer, Michael Reeves, passed away from Parkinson's a couple weeks ago, and he was a dear friend of mine. He was the writer who brought me into TV. We had many, many adventures together, and co-wrote World Enough in Time, the Star Trek episode with George Takei together. And so I'm going to be doing a video remembering him, and also we're going to be launching a GoFundMe campaign to raise the money to fire Michael's ashes into deep space, which is the perfect thing for his eternity, and also because DNA lasts in bone and teeth fragments, and even after you're cremated, the theory is that if some millions or billions of years from now some alien race came upon Michael's remains floating in space, they could actually clone him from it, and wouldn't that be perfect? So, but in the meantime, we're going to be remembering him. We're going to be launching the GoFundMe campaign. Please, if you ever were fans of Star Trek: The Next Generation, or Batman the Animated Series, or the Interworld novels, or anything else that Michael worked on, Gargoyles, tons of other things, Twilight Zone, throw some dollars our way when we set up the campaign. It's really worth doing, and a great way to remember someone who created hundreds of hours of work that you no doubt grew up with and loved. Michael is the only writer I personally know who worked for Gene Roddenberry, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and worked with Neil Gaiman. So that's a pretty good crowd to be in amongst. So that's about it for now. Much more to come very, very soon. If there's a topic you'd like me to do a Mr. Sci-Fi video about, please do. We're almost up to 100,000 subscribers, so please tell your friends, subscribe to Mr. Sci-Fi, ding the bell, comment, all that good stuff. And we will see you real soon. Bye, guys.